Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we're all about living healthier, happier, and wiser as we embrace our golden years. I'm so thrilled you're here today because we're diving into something truly life-changing. If you're over 60, or even approaching that milestone, you've probably noticed that your brain doesn't always feel as sharp as it used to. Maybe you forget where you parked your car, or you blank on someone's name mid-conversation. Trust me, I've been there, and it can feel frustrating. But here's the good news. Science has uncovered a simple daily habit that can double your brain power after 60. Yes, you heard that right, double. And it's not some complicated routine or expensive supplement. It's something you can start doing today, and it's backed by solid research. So, grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's chat like old friends about this one habit that's going to help you keep your mind sharp, your memory strong, and your spirit soaring. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan to boost your brain health and feel more confident in your day-to-day life. And don't forget to stick around until the end because I've got a little bonus tip that ties it all together. Ready? Let's get started. Why brain power matters after 60. Before we dive into the habit itself, let's talk about why keeping your brain sharp after 60 is so important. You see, as we age, our brains go through natural changes. It's like how our knees might creak a bit more or our hair turns a little grayer. The brain's processing speed can slow down, and our memory might not be as quick as it was in our 20s. But here's the thing. Those changes don't mean your brain is doomed to decline. Far from it. Scientists now know that the brain is incredibly plastic. That's a fancy word for its ability to grow, adapt, and form new connections, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. This is huge because a sharp brain isn't just about remembering names or solving crossword puzzles. It's about staying independent, making smart decisions, and enjoying life to the fullest. Whether it's planning a trip, managing your finances, or simply keeping up with your grandkids, a healthy brain is your greatest asset. Plus, who doesn't want to feel confident and mentally agile as they navigate this beautiful stage of life? Now, you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but what's this one habit you keep talking about? Well, my friend, the habit is something called lifelong learning. Specifically, it's the daily practice of engaging your brain in new, challenging, and meaningful ways. Whether that's learning a new skill, exploring a new topic, or tackling a creative project. And don't worry, this isn't about going back to school or memorizing textbooks. It's about keeping your brain active and curious in a way that feels fun and rewarding. The science behind lifelong learning. Let's get into the science because I know you love when we back things up with research. Studies have shown that engaging in mentally stimulating activities can literally rewire your brain for the better. One groundbreaking study from the University of California found that older adults who regularly participated in learning activities, like taking a class, reading challenging books, or even playing a musical instrument, showed significant improvements in memory, focus, and problem-solving skills. In fact, their cognitive performance was comparable to people decades younger. That's what I mean by doubling your brain power. Here's why this works. When you learn something new, your brain forms new neural connections. Think of it like building new roads in a city. The more roads you have, the easier it is for information to travel. This process, called neuroplasticity, keeps your brain flexible and resilient. It's like giving your brain a daily workout, just like you'd exercise your muscles to stay strong. And the best part? The more you do it, the stronger those connections get. Another study, this one from Harvard Medical School, found that lifelong learning reduces the risk of cognitive decline and even dementia. Participants who stayed mentally active were 30% less likely to develop memory problems compared to those who didn't challenge their brains regularly. That's a powerful reason to make this habit part of your daily routine. What lifelong learning looks like. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly counts as lifelong learning? Great question. Lifelong learning is all about engaging your brain in activities that are new, challenging, and meaningful to you. It's not about doing the same old thing every day, like watching the same TV show or scrolling through social media. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and giving your brain something fresh to chew on. Here are some examples to get you inspired. Learn a new skill. Have you ever wanted to play the guitar? speak Spanish, or bake a perfect sourdough loaf. Now's the time. Learning a skill engages multiple parts of your brain, memory, coordination, and problem solving, all at once. Plus, it's incredibly rewarding to see your progress. Dive into a new topic. Maybe you've always been curious about history, astronomy, or gardening. Pick up a book, watch a documentary, or take an online course. Platforms like Coursera or YouTube have tons of free resources to explore. Get creative. Painting, writing, or even knitting can be fantastic for your brain. Creative activities encourage you to think outside the box and tap into your imagination. Plus, they're a great way to relax and distress. Challenge your mind. Puzzles like crosswords, Sudoku, or chess are excellent for keeping your brain sharp. But don't just stick to what you're already good at, try something new. Like a brain training app or a logic puzzle. Stay socially engaged. Learning doesn't have to be solitary. Join a book club, take a dance class, or volunteer in your community. Social interactions stimulate your brain and boost your mood. The key is to make it a daily habit. You don't need to spend hours, just 20 to 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference. It's like brushing your teeth for your brain. Consistency is what builds those neural connections over time. How to make lifelong learning part of your day. I know life can get busy, even in retirement, between family, hobbies, and maybe a part-time job. It's easy to put off learning something new. But here's the beauty of this habit. It's flexible and can fit into any schedule. Let me share some practical tips to make lifelong learning a natural part of your day. Start small. You don't have to overhaul your routine. Start with something simple, like reading one chapter of a book or watching a 10-minute tutorial on YouTube. For example, I recently started learning about photography, and I just watch one short video each morning while I sip my coffee. It's become my favorite part of the day. Tie it to an existing habit. This is a game changer. Pair your learning with something you already do every day. For instance, if you always take a walk in the afternoon, listen to an educational podcast or audiobook while you're out. If you have a nightly routine of winding down, swap out scrolling on your phone for a crossword puzzle or a few pages of a book. Set a specific goal. Having a clear goal keeps you motivated. Instead of saying, I want to learn Spanish, try, I'm going to learn 5 new Spanish words every day this week. Small, achievable goals add up and give you a sense of accomplishment. Make it fun. Choose activities that spark joy. If you love cooking, try mastering a new recipe each week. If you're a music buff, learn to play a song on the piano. When learning feels like play, you're more likely to stick with it. Track your progress. Keep a journal or a simple notebook to jot down what you've learned each day. It could be a new word, a fact, or a skill you practiced. Looking back at your progress is incredibly motivating and reminds you how far you've come. Involve others. Learning with a friend or family member can make it even more enjoyable. Maybe you and your spouse can take a cooking class together, or you can challenge your grandkids to a chess match. Sharing the experience strengthens your relationships and your brain. Overcoming common obstacles. Now, I want to address a few hurdles you might face when starting this habit. It's normal to feel a little intimidated or unsure, but don't let that stop you. Here's how to tackle some common obstacles. I don't have time. I hear you. Life is full. But lifelong learning doesn't require hours. Even 10 minutes a day adds up to over 60 hours a year. That's a lot of brain-boosting power. Look for pockets of time, like while you're waiting for an appointment or during a commercial break. I'm too old to learn. Nonsense. Your brain is capable of learning at any age. In fact, older adults often bring wisdom and perspective that make learning even richer. Start with something small and build your confidence from there. I'm afraid of failing. It's okay to stumble when you're learning something new. That's how growth happens. Embrace mistakes as part of the process. If you're struggling with a new skill, break it into smaller steps and celebrate your progress along the way. I don't know where to start. If you're feeling overwhelmed, pick one thing that excites you. It could be as simple as watching a TED Talk or signing up for a free online course. The important thing is to take that first step. The ripple effect of lifelong learning. Here's something beautiful about this habit. It doesn't just boost your brain power. It transforms your entire life. When you commit to lifelong learning, you'll notice ripple effects in your mood, your relationships, and your overall well-being. For one, learning keeps you curious and engaged with the world. It's like adding a spark to your daily routine. Instead of feeling stuck or bored, you'll wake up excited to explore something new. That sense of purpose is incredibly powerful, especially in our later years. Learning also boosts your confidence. Every time you master a new skill or understand a new concept, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of growth. That confidence spills over into other areas of your life, whether it's tackling a new hobby or speaking up in a group. And let's not forget the social benefits. Learning often brings people together. Whether you're joining a class, discussing a book, or teaching your grandkids something new, you're building stronger connections with the people around you. Those relationships are a key part of healthy aging. Finally, lifelong learning is a gift to your future self. By keeping your brain active now, you're investing in your long-term cognitive health. You're reducing your risk of memory problems and setting yourself up to stay independent and vibrant for years to come. Real-life stories of lifelong learners. To bring this home, let me share a couple of stories from real people who've embraced lifelong learning and seen incredible results. These are folks just like you, proving that it's never too late to grow. First, there's Susan, a 68-year-old retiree from Texas. After her husband passed away, Susan felt lonely and unmotivated. She decided to join a local book club, where she started reading novels and discussing them with new friends. Not only did she find a sense of community, but she also noticed her memory improving. She started remembering details from the books and even began writing short stories of her own. Susan says, "Learning keeps me young. It's like my brain got a second wind." Then there's Tom, a 72-year-old from London. Tom had always wanted to learn to play the piano but thought he was too old to start. On a whim, he signed up for an online course and practiced 20 minutes a day. A year later, he could play his favorite Beatles songs and even performed at his granddaughter's birthday party. Tom told me, "I never thought I could do it, but learning the piano has made me feel alive again. My mind feels sharper than ever." These stories remind us that lifelong learning isn't just about science, it's about real people living richer, fuller lives. And you can do it too. Well, my friends, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? We've talked about the one daily habit that can double your brain power after 60, lifelong learning. We've explored the science behind it, practical ways to make it part of your day, and the incredible benefits it brings to your mind, your heart, and your life. I hope you're feeling inspired to take that first step. Whether it's picking up a new book, trying a new hobby, or signing up for a class. As promised, here's your bonus tip. Combine lifelong learning with physical activity for an extra brain boost. For example, listen to an audiobook while you walk, or take a dance class that teaches you new moves. Exercise increases blood flow to your brain, which supercharges those neural connections. It's like a double dose of brain power. I want to leave you with a little quote that I love. "The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled." That's from the ancient philosopher Plutarch, and it's a reminder that your brain is full of potential, just waiting to be sparked. So, go out there and kindle that fire. Try something new, challenge yourself, and keep growing. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who could use a little inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one new thing you're excited to learn? Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay curious, stay vibrant, and keep living your best life. I'll see you soon.